Morning, everybody. Guess what? We put the green screen down.
Mm-hmm.
There's part of me that's like, did I remember to... I did not. There we go. Makes a little difference.
A little
If
bit.
Because green comes back. Some green things. There we go. Let me move over. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. I tore the mountains down. I gotta tell you, though, I do feel like maybe occasionally that could be fun. Once a month. Something like that. Maybe we'll have like a... We'll leave the green screen up like once a month and have like
skibbity, 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 doobity, 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 doobity.
have a little skibbity, 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 skibbity. It could be a good time. As a treat. As a treat. It could be neat. Let's start with alerts. We got 54 months from Angeman, 7 months from Sapphire Sea, 5 from Zero Evil, 30 from Lavender Cats, 27 from Alien Whale, 22 from Master O'Darkin, 51 from Sudabite, 100 bits from Evar, 13 months from Devons, and 500 bits... Son of a... It's fine. 500 bits from Hawkeye Elite. It says, morning, grandparents. Got done with the last walkthrough on Monday and get the keys early, so I was able to start moving. Good to be able to start moving early. Now sending good vibes to anyone who needs it. I mean, I hope that the moving goes well. Being able to start early is a huge plus. Mm-hmm. I just learned on Tuesday that Liam is moving because we rated Liam 6.
Yeah.
And Liam was like, I'm moving. And I was like, gross. So, yeah, I'm glad that you at least be able to start doing it just a little bit. It's amazing how much more helpful it can be to just have the keys like 2 or 3 days early.
Yeah.
It's actually astoundingly helpful. So I hope that goes well for you. We get 300 bits from Radio Dread says, clowning around at the speed of sound. Haven't played that game in so long. 45 months from RunT.exe. 300 bits from Lavender Cat that says, I just got Tears of the Kingdom yesterday and started playing today. You guys are always inspiring me to play more games and are my favorite channel to watch. Well, thank you.
Cool.
It's very sweet. I think that you will love Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
It has fairly universal acclaim. I know that there's some folks that don't care for it, but that's a very small number, so most folks have been really enjoying it. And it's such an improvement over Breath of the Wild. And Breath of the Wild was already so good. One of the things that's been interesting is I've read some reviews from people who didn't like Breath of the Wild, and they liked Tears of the Kingdom. Because it addresses some things... that they felt, were...
I did speak to someone that had that feeling.
Exact same experience. Like some people feel like Breath of the Wild is too much like nothingness. Like it's...
Yeah, that's who I was talking about, Noah.
Liberty says, that's me. Breath of the Wild was meh, Tears of the Kingdom was great. And like I can get it. Like Tears of the Kingdom gives you way more stuff to do, like just of your own accord, things that you can decide to do. Breath of the Wild, I've heard complaints before about it being like it's a vast open landscape and you're moving from shrine to shrine. And a lot of people don't like the shrines because it's just like tiny bite-size things. So like I get it. I understand. But for some of those people, Tears of the Kingdom is like a breath of fresh air. That's the other big thing. Liberty says, Breath of the Wild is empty. It has no story motivation. I agree with that. There are some folks that... there's some folks that are really into the story of Breath of the Wild. And I'm going to be honest, I never really understood those folks. Because it feels like there's no story in Breath of the Wild. It's just... And the story beats are so infrequent because the game is so big. That it does feel like there's no story at all. Tears of the Kingdom is definitely going a little harder into like this is an important thing.
Yeah.
This is how this wraps up into other things. So like I think it's neat. We got 300 bits from Tricky Anthony. It says, it's surgery day. I start getting ready in half an hour. Hopefully I have an update tomorrow that isn't just pain.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
I'm sure it's gonna go good.
I hope your surgery goes well. And hopefully there's no pain. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they got you on the meds that will keep the pain super down. That's the hope. Good vibes from us and good purrs from Cap.
Right? You're just having a great morning.
He is having a great morning.
A great morning.
300 bits from Clockwork Pretzels that says, it's been a very cool June out here in the West, but I feel that that's about to change. We were lucky that May was not super, super hot, but June was pretty warm. July will probably be
Hot.
hot. It'll probably be very hot. I cleaned my glasses. They don't feel clean, but now I'm looking through them. I'm like, no, they look pretty clean. I think my eyes.
Clean your eyes?
I think my eyes need cleaned. Is that possible? How does one clean their eye? Actually, I had some eyelashes in my vision.
What's he doing, Kippo? He has his glasses. You want to bite them?
He does want to bite them. He always wants to bite them. Yeah, they look pretty good. I think my eyes are bad. That's fine. It's totally fine. Wait 42 months from Rara Oaks. 300 bits from Lost Vagabond says, at the request of NDL, afraid I've lost my je ne sais quoi, my bon vivant aura, barely holding on to my je de vivre, my that.
I think Vagabond and NDL are trying to hurt Brandon.
They're trying to hurt me. Haley. What? You heard what I said.
I like how you messed up the word aura.
Yeah, but I thought I had to pronounce that French. It's not a normal aura, Mao. It's a French aura, which is I knew some of those words.
Which ones?
Je ne sais quoi.
Which means what?
Well, something.
I don't know.
Je ne sais quoi means like...
I don't know what.
Je ne sais quoi means like... It's got that little something. It's like you can't put your finger on a thing. But it's like a something. Which I guess is another way of saying I don't know what. But... I am correct.
Brewed before a riddle silo, Tiny Eddie's roasted cloud popcorn.
Well, that sounds kind of good.
Roasted cloud popcorn?
1,000 bits from Vanderwall says, Eddie, I need a warming and calming snack. Please and thanks. Brewed before a riddle silo. Tiny Eddie's roasted cloud popcorn. Roasted in the clouds. It's very hard to do that. There's a whole machine.
There's a whole machine.
There's a big machine. Cloud popcorn, isn't that what they look like anyway?
Yeah.
It looks like clouds. It came from the clouds. It's made from clouds. The popcorn's favorite video game is Final Fantasy VII. These are all important things. We had 100 bits from Doan 2300. And 300 bits from Gold Lighting. He says, will you be checking out Pikmin 4 demo, the save transfer to the full game? No, we have been watching the information that's come out about Pikmin 4, which was different than how we treated Zelda. Mm-hmm. Like, Pikmin 4, they released an overview video. It's like 7 minutes long. Like, Mal and I watched
it last night?
We watched that last night. But we don't plan on playing the demo because we already know we're definitely playing the game. So we're just going to wait on that. But I'm excited to, like, play the game. Mm-hmm. And yeah, the demo is out today, so if anyone is like, if they just want to play it or if they're on the fence or something, like, you can play Pikmin 4. You can play it today. I'm sure Nintendo is heavily invested as they are with everything and trying to get folks to buy the game. And I think that they may be slightly worried it could be a somewhat hard sell, just given the fact that, like, there hasn't been a new Pikmin game
Yeah, and people aren't
in a decade.
really sure. Yeah.
Like, we had, like, the Switch version of Pikmin 3 came out, like, just a few years ago, but if you're counting Pikmin 3, it's been over a decade.
Yeah.
So... And it has a 4 in the title, you know? So, like, if someone's new to the series, it starts to get harder and harder, I think, to introduce folks, unless it's, like, a super well-known game. Like, Grand Theft Auto 6 will do fine. But Pikmin 4, it's like, how many people know about Pikmin? So re-releasing Pikmin 1 and 2 onto the eShop, and eventually physical, is, like, a really good move.
Yeah.
We'll see. Little cinnamon rolls are gone.
Oh, they're gone? You ate the rest of them? None for me.
Did you want one?
It's fine. I don't want one.
There's been multiple times in the past, like, week and a half where I've offered you those, and you've been like, I don't want those.
I know, I did not want them.
Well, don't make me feel bad. Especially in front of all these people. I was like, I didn't really suspect you liked them all that much.
No, I didn't.
Okay. They're very nostalgic for me. They make me think of Halo. We got 300 bits from Slick Duke. He says, so my family is visiting me this weekend and decided to go to a baseball game tonight and an outdoor theater tomorrow night. High for both days or around 100. Oh no.
Oh no.
Wear a hat.
Yeah.
Wear a hat. If you don't already have a cowboy hat, I'm going to continue to just harp on that. This is a good... You should have a cowboy hat. Everyone should have a cowboy hat. And he says, I got a hat. I know you have a hat.
I have a bonnet that I use sometimes when it's really sunny and I have to be in the garden.
I mean, a bonnet's good. A wide hat. I don't care if it's a bonnet, a cowboy hat, a sombrero. You should have, like, a big hat. Personally, I think everyone should own a cowboy hat because I think everyone needs a little yee in their haw occasionally. I have a cowboy hat.
I know you do.
It's a good hat.
Everyone knows you do.
Everyone knows I have a cowboy hat, and sometimes I wear it on days where I'm going to be outside for a period of time. I'm like, I'll just become a cowboy today. That's one thing though. Like, you can get away with wearing some, like, hats, and it's just like, oh, it's a hat. You wear a cowboy hat, that's an immediate statement. Like, if you're out in public in a cowboy hat, people are like, that's a cowboy hat. And it's not, like, illegal. You know, people are like, but they immediately, there's, like, a huge assumptions made about the person immediately. If they're wearing a cowboy hat, they're like, okay, that's a cowboy. That's a cowboy.
Even if they're in plaid shorts and flip-flops.
I send very confusing messages to the public.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's true. I don't do the other part.
You're very good about confusing messages. Can you hand me my coffee? I have this purring cat.
Yeah, whenever I wear a cowboy hat, I am typically dressed like Stephen George. And I'm sure it must be a confusing thing to see,
No,
like,
it's this fashion icon, Steven.
like short sleeve. I'll be wearing this. I have blue plaid shorts on, and like I would wear a cowboy hat with this. And that's very confusing.
Lunar says, y'all have no idea how loud Kepler is. In person, he is so loud.
Haley says, and it's like a cowboy hat from a costume store? Like, not even a good one? It blocks the sun. It blocks the sun. It's fine. I have no problems with this. This is good music for this.
Do you remember your orange
fuzzy
shorts?
Yeah, I got really, like, chastised for that.
Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone. I think there was at some point, I think you, like, made a big deal about them on Discord or something.
Yeah, there was an icon on Discord for a while.
And then everyone on Discord was like, yeah, you should get rid of them shorts. And then I think the shorts just disappeared. I don't even know if that I got rid of them. There has definitely been more than one moment in my life where things in my closet have disappeared. And I'm like, did I own like a shirt? And Mal's like,
You did.
not anymore. And I'm just like, all right. Okay. I don't want the mere existence of my presence to cause someone like physical agony. So if me wearing orange shorts is a problem, then I'm like, well, just don't have the orange shorts. It's totally fine. We had 37 months at tier 2 Gold Toast from PYM181. Appreciate it.
I feel comfortable calling you out on your clothing choices.
Ooh, who do you not feel comfortable calling out?
Basically everyone else.
There's probably someone else you could call out. You could probably call out Alex. Yeah, Haley says, I have to do that with Alex's clothes that are destroyed, and I can't fix them anymore, but he still insists on wearing them. Yeah, you could probably do that. It's fine. 300 from Will Peters, it says, tomorrow's the day I've... what is this?
I've met the bare minimum requirement for existence.
Tomorrow's the day I've met the bare minimum requirement for existence. Gracious. I guess every day you wake up, that's the case.
Liberty needs to know the important question. Were the shorts hunting orange or muted dark orange? They were prison garb orange. Fanta orange.
Listen. Yeah, like Chell. It was like I was playing Portal every time I wore them.
That's a jumpsuit.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a jumpsuit. I
know.
can't wear a jumpsuit. It's too hot.
I think about it sometimes. I'd like to have a jumpsuit.
You want a jumpsuit?
Yeah.
Like an Adidas track.
No, like a monkey wrench jock. No. Like a...
Are you trying to say like wrench monkey?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I don't know where else.
A monkey jockey? You
Yes.
mean like a...
Like
someone who's doing a mechanic.
Yeah, a grease monkey.
Wait, what did I say?
I don't know.
I said wrench monkey, which is like close. Brass monkey.
You mean coveralls? Yeah.
Brass monkey.
Listen, I got
wrench
like...
jockey.
I just sent my sleep to Noah, and I was like... There it is. I got like less than 5 hours of sleep. My body woke up at 6 or something and was like, time to be up.
Oh, you're sick.
Yeah, I didn't feel great.
I was sick yesterday, so I guess it's just your turn. Mm-hmm. I had a huge concern about that because like right before I went live with the first 20 yesterday, I was texting Chaz and I was like, it's like, I'm gonna try to get through this. It's like, but I've been in the bathroom like 6 times today, and he's like, good luck. I was like, thanks. We got 510 bits from Vanderwall says, it is approximately 4 months until Extra Life. Which game are you excited for this year? None
of them are in here.
Yeah, it's true. The Wii games are not in here. I have not thought about it at all. To be fair.
Yeah.
I have not given it like any consideration whatsoever. So I'm going to think about it in 2 months.
I was in your office Sunday when we were working on the passport pictures, and I'm looking at the Wii games, and I'm like, never heard of this game.
Fair.
What is this game? Yeah. We need to play this game, and now I don't remember what it was.
And you'll never find it again.
Mm-hmm. They just appear and disappear. The Wii library is magical.
I need to talk to Chaz about what library we're playing.
Yeah.
We're definitely playing Wii, and we're definitely playing Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to ask. I need to talk to Chaz and find out if that's it, or if we're going to include any additional things. And we'll see. regardless, I need to test some stuff early on because I've had so many problems with consoles. Because the last time we plugged up the GameCube, it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
The was it the Wii? The Wii didn't work.
Yeah. The Wii makes a noise.
The Wii makes really troubling noises, but it's always made those noises.
New and troubling noises.
Yeah.
We should
yeah.
get backup consoles from Roland.
Yeah. Well, we have a backup Wii U.
Yes.
I'm not concerned about that, but we may need other things. It's fine. It's fine. The Xbox 360 is broken.
Make it Roland's problem.
Yeah, the Xbox 360 is broken. And I feel like there was something else that's broken. Oh, the N64. The N64 is screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when we were at the Raleigh Retro Gamers event, there was a table there of people that do console mods. And my N64 is modded. It has an RGB mod in it. And I picked up one of their cards because I was like, I have a console.
Oh, is that what card that is? Okay.
I was like, I have a console that's
been modded.
It's been RGB modded and it's having issues where sometimes the console resets. And they're like, yeah, let us know. It's like, okay, so yeah. My suspicion is that, I mean, we've had that N64 for many years. I got it before we did our first N64 Extra Life. Because I was like, oh, I'd really like to have a modded N64 for this to make it look better. Because you can make them look better. And
Oh, were we flipping?
I suspect that maybe the mod was probably not super well done to begin with.
It wasn't soldered right.
And now that it's been years and we've moved and stuff, it's probably getting loose. So I think what I want to do is just maybe have those guys look at it and fix anything that is messed up. Yeah, and also modding for the old consoles has come so much further now. Like they can put HDMI ports in N64s, which is wild, but they can do that now. So I might,
Thank you.
you know, I might have them just like redo stuff and be like, make it modern now. I don't know. We got 300 bits from Shy Wolf Dewey. He says, hey, Stephen and Mal. Been watching since early 2015, taken the journey twice now, but never had the courage to comment or chat. But I love your content and having something to listen to in the morning.
It's
I love
good to
that.
hear from you.
I love that. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that you've been watching for so long. It's always nice to hear from folks that have been enjoying stuff, maybe just quietly, and then like finally getting the courage to be like, hey, I like your stuff. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Right, Kippy? Right?
Huh? What? Yeah. Sorry, I was sniffing my feet. His little tongue.
Was he blipping a little?
It's inside of his mouth, but only barely. It's kind of like, cute boy. I like doing the morning show also. I think that's been one of my favorite things that I would never have suspected that, like, that's one of my favorite things to do is actually doing breakfast stream because it's just very different. And it's fun. And also ensures that I get up in the morning. Three from Action Cat says, so a place called Rise Biscuits opened a location near me and they have a cheerwine donut. It's pretty good. Rise is great.
Rise is great. We've been to a few of them now here.
Yeah, there's a few locations in Raleigh and I really, really like them. They got good donuts. They got good biscuits.
I have not had the cheerwine donut because every time we've gone, it's been after the morning rush and they're sold out of like everything.
Yeah. I would like to try that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been to Rise in a bit. It is one of those places that, like, if I'm going to Rise,
Yeah.
like, I am getting, like, a lot of things that are probably not super great. But, man, it's so good. It tastes so good.
The way, like, their biscuits work is you can kind of, like, they have, like, pre-designed ones. You can be like, oh, I want that one. But you can also, like, be like, all right, I want, and you decide on your base. I want a cheddar biscuit with pimento cheese and a fried green tomato and an egg and sausage. And you can, like, really customize everything there, which is neat.
Yeah, it is really cool. Actually, last time we went, I had a sausage biscuit, but my biscuit was a blueberry biscuit with like
the glaze.
With glaze, which like It's quite a breakfast
Ninja
sandwich.
Kinopio says, I have to keep reminding myself that biscuits are different there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a different thing. It's like a scone.
A better English muffin, which
Let's
has
go
a
with
different
that.
name there too.
Let's go with that. Yeah. 300 bits from War Turtle, who says, "Are you ready for the Among Us TV show?" I am, produced by the people behind Infinity Train. Did not hear about that.
I heard that there was a show, but I did not know anything about it.
Haley. Yeah, I haven't heard about an Among Us TV show. Is it not live action, right? Like, that seems like that would be wild. I'm assuming it's like a computer-generated thing. I've also not heard of Infinity Train, and people are very excited about Infinity. It's animated. Okay. Yeah, I have never heard of Infinity Train either. But if Infinity Train was good and it's the same people doing it, then it probably bodes well.
You have such a flat thigh, Kepler.
That's a huge compliment to him. He says, "Thank you." 300 bits from Will, who says, "As in tomorrow's my birthday." Ah, okay. Well, happy early birthday.
I see.
Now I understand. The context has been completed. We had 300 bits from Furious Gately with the George Vibe Star Rain. Thank you. And then also gifting a sub to Satsy. Appreciate it. 3 from Chiron, that says, "If Mal's tired, maybe shonking T-nubs will help. But seriously, have you considered getting another kitty friend for Kepi at some point?" No. At this point, like, Kepi will be an only cat. It was something that we considered, like, after Sagan died. But we wanted to give it some time, and then Kep ended up developing health issues. So we have to, like, not stress Kep out as much as possible. So as a result, having another cat would cause us stress. So Kepi will be a only kitty.
Right, buddies.
It just means he gets to be much more spoiled. Yeah. as if he's not already spoiled enough. 300 from Sassy, it says, "After the last English scones versus American biscuits debate, I learned things. UK does have savory scones and cheese scones, and our sweeter scones are closer to the US biscuits. The more you know." Interesting. I mean, I don't feel... So, like, if you were to tell me... If you were to ask me what a biscuit tastes like in the US, I would say that it's not sweet.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's sweet either.
Like we have biscuits that can be sweet, but a typical biscuit in the US is not sweet. It's
like,
buttery.
I searched, like, British scone,
yeah.
and, like, that's what a biscuit, like, kind of looks like.
Yeah.
But it does look dry compared to our biscuits.
Yeah, ours are definitely not dry at all.
Yeah, they're, like,
they're very, very
fluffy and buttery.
Satsy says our savory scones don't have sugar. Are we playing
Ours
Twinkle
probably
Twinkle
have-
Little Star?
Ours probably have a little.
There's probably some sugar, I guess, in biscuits. Because
Yeah.
there's always sugar in things, and I'm like, there's sugar in this?
Yeah.
But it's mostly, like, salty.
Yeah, there's a lot of salt.
Salt and butter.
Fluffy. Butter.
Yeah. It's, they're very good.
Noah says has to be enough sugar to feed the yeast. Correct.
Like, and again, we do have sweet biscuits. That's,
Yeah.
we'll put sugar on it. We glaze anything.
Go to the state fair. Deep fry. Cover in sugar.
Yeah. Liberty says, America's like 70% sugar, so some ends up in bread. That's true. That's true. Yeah, they're good, but they typically are not sweet. Not usually. 300 from Dishnet says, "Hope everyone's doing great today. I think I've finally recovered from the jet lag from my trip back to Singapore, which featured an unintended day in Amsterdam. Glad to be home." Well, welcome back. Welcome home. Dishnet, for those who are not aware, Dishnet was a commentator for the Olympics I don't know what the correct phrase is. I guess it's the like Olympics esports division. Dishnet did commentary on Power Pros.
Olympic esports series.
Olympic esports series. And it's really like fantastic. Ball go far.
Ball go far.
I can't.
You did amazing.
You did a really great job. I actually got to tune in for some of that. And ball go far. Ball go far is my favorite new baseball catchphrase. Ball go far.
So are we gonna go to a Durham Bulls game and you're gonna chant that?
I'm just gonna scream ball go far every time. Every time. Oh, I love the emotes. I love that so much. Yeah, Lunar says you can watch the VOD on the Olympic YouTube channel. Yeah, it's super cool. I'm so glad that you got the opportunity to do that. This Dishnet has long been a big proponent for that series for Power Pros. So,
all right, Noah.
Please scream that when I take you to a Phillies game. Ball go far. We also had 56 months from Sephiroth1204. Appreciate it. So since the last breakfast stream, I was trying to think of what happened. I did do a first 20 stream.
I streamed.
You streamed. On
Tuesday night.
On Tuesday. Mal made the ham and cheese sliders. That was good. We almost did an art, but I guess we're gonna have to save the art for next week.
The stuff I needed for the art showed up yesterday.
Yeah. So we can do it. So am I joining you for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the whole plan.
Okay. I'm just making sure that that's still what you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you announced what it is or not?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well.
I think I told my patrons.
Okay.
Action Cat's one of them. Action Cat, did I say that?
Coffee.
I mean, it's.
Okay, I did. Thank you, Becca.
Okay, so I'm gonna join you for that.
Yes.
And that you said that's an art medium that I have experience with and you don't.
Correct.
Okay, but I also haven't done it in a long time. And you are.
I have like
an
similar
artist.
experience.
Okay.
With something slightly different.
Yeah, you have more experience.
Yeah, I know.
In the general field than I do.
And it's gonna kind of be a two-part thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Are you going to do both parts on stream?
Why not?
How long does it take part 2?
Well, you know.
Oh, it's 3 parts. No, it's 2. No, it's 3. Yeah, it's 3 parts. My concern is how long does part 2 take?
I don't know where you're getting 3. So.
Alright.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. We got 9 months from Luna's book. Appreciate it.
Meeting after stream.
30 Bits of Furious Kitty says, interesting to hear, after Aiko passed, she was only 3. My brother got another cat so the little sister wouldn't be alone. In their case, it was a good decision. I guess every cat is different. Yeah, it's literally just because of Kepler's health issues. Like,
yeah.
Kepler has very specific, like, health needs. And,
we had talked to the vet about it specifically, and they gave us some things like, they were like, if you do decide to get another cat, they were like, this is what we recommend. And they were like, you need to probably find an adult cat with this particular personality, and you may have to try it out, and it may not work, and then you may have to, like, try a different cat. And neither of us really were okay with that.
Yeah, they advised against it.
Yeah,
you should
they
have
advised
probably led
against
with
it.
that. They advised against it. They said, but if you really wanted to, there would probably have to be multiple trial periods.
Yes.
And I was like, I didn't want to do that.
Stressful for all 3 of us.
Yeah, it would be stressful on all of us, and then like constantly wondering if the new cat was going to stay.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah,
it's
fine. And he's actually doing really well.
Yeah, Kepler's doing great.
So
I think we said on Tuesday he has a appointment coming up.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Churu Day.
We'll get a chance to know how his internals are doing, because externally he's doing really well. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
we will find out. Hopefully everything has been going all right. We got 43 months from Gonzo Tinkerman. Appreciate it. So in addition, on Wednesday I did. So that was yesterday. Jeez. Yesterday I did a first 20 stream, and I got to play a few different games. We played Pikmin 1 and 2 because Nintendo sent codes over for those, and I get a chance to see what they look like. They're so sharp.
I may have to try it just to see.
They're so sharp.
They're sharp.
They're sharp.
Carly's been playing Pikmin. I wonder if she finished 1.
She's probably...
We had a discussion about Pikmin 2 and if she should play it, but I don't know.
She should play it.
I agree.
She should play it. You can always reset the things, and you can always not try and get 100%.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not doing that, it's not bad. But we played those, and then we also played... I have them here, actually. We also played Frog Gun.
The Royal Wii.
Frog Gun. Yeah, sorry. You didn't play.
No, I did not.
Sorry, it is Royal Wii. It's hard for me to, like, not do that. You did not play Frog Gun.
No.
I played Frog Gun. It's a game with the gun, and it's a frog, so it's a frog gun. It's very like PS1. When I was playing it, I was thinking that it's definitely not going to be for everyone because it's kind of slow. It's very much in the vein of like a PS1 like 3D platformer. And it's not for everybody, but it scratched a very specific itch in my head that I was like, I think this would be cool, and I thought it was neat. But then we played not Zelda. Then we played Hypnospace, and Hypnospace Outlaw was really great. Like, what a great game. I could probably put a great deal of time into Hypnospace. For those that missed the stream yesterday, you'll have to catch it whenever it's on Stephen Plays or StephenVOD or whatever, but Hypnospace is a game where you are a moderator on the 90s internet. So you go to all these different websites, and you have to look for, like, content violations. And it's just really fun to be back into the 90s internet, because it really captured it, like, extremely well.
Yeah.
Like, there's a very specific feeling to the early internet, and, like, man, it hit it, like, perfectly. So I had a lot of fun with it. It's also on sale right now, because I saw some folks on Discord talking about how it's actually on sale on, like, several different platforms. So yeah, I would recommend it. Anyway, check it out. If you can, I'd probably play it on PC so you have mouse and keyboard support. It just feels like it'd be a lot easier. But it is on console, obviously, because I played it on Switch. And the Switch version has keyboard support. I wonder if it has mouse support. I didn't ask about that. I have no idea. I'm not sure. How is it on Switch versus being on PC? I mean, I haven't played the PC version, but I just assumed the PC version would be easier. Because, like, you use a mouse, right? And so you have to use the stick to navigate. If you have a USB keyboard, apparently it is supported on the Switch version. So I would, bare minimum, plug that up. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Rearward Drake says Game Builder Garage had mouse support. JSpoken says it does support mouse. Okay. So yeah, you could just hook up a mouse and keyboard. It's so weird to think about that. But yeah, there are some games on Switch that support that. I was talking about it yesterday, but I think Quake supports mouse and keyboard. I think I own Quake. There's no way it says that on the box, though. Do I own Quake?
This cat is just a cinnamon roll today.
A little cinnamon roll.
He's just a little compact round ball of cat.
Quake. I do own Quake.
Hi, babies.
It does not say.
Is he sweet? Yes, he's sweet.
It does not say that it supports it.
Oh, where are we going? Are we done suddenly? Okay.
Also, maybe it's not Quake.
Goodbye.
Maybe it's like a different game. Maybe it's like Hexen or something. I don't know. But there's one of those old, like 90s FPSs that got released on Switch that does support mouse and keyboard, and it's just such a wild idea.
No, Gold Mage, I did not see that. You tried to high five Kepi?
Yeah, I didn't know how you did it.
You don't know how to do it?
I've never tried to do it. Oh, here we go. Ah, okay. I didn't have any food.
Sometimes I can get him to do it without food, but it's harder. Come here. Come on.
Yeah, I didn't have any food to give him, so that probably was like...
Hey. Come here. Do you want this? You want this? Come on. Come get it. You have to come up here. Come on. Oh. Hey. High five. Good boy. Sometimes I have to tap my palm so he knows. High five. Good boy. You want to try? Put your hand up.
High five.
Not me.
No, me. High five. Good boy. That's very cute. Yeah, I've never done that. Haley says, to be fair, everyone did tell Steven he needed a treat. I can get him to like shake and sit without needing treats.
Mm-hmm. You gotta practice high five more.
Yeah, I'll never do that with him.
He's purring and licking my hands.
He's so excited. He's fine. 300 from Adrian Quell. It says, I remember having my mind blown that you could hook up a keyboard and mouse to Unreal Tournament 3 on PS3 and play it that way. A quick Google search says that the Quake remaster on Switch does support it, and it sounds like a Quake 2 remaster is on the way. Okay, so it is Quake. I mean, it also might be Hexen. Is Hexen on the Switch? I don't know. It's hard to know. They've been releasing so many different things. There's mouse and keyboard support actually goes back to like old consoles. I'm trying to think definitively how far back. The N64 has a mouse. Probably for the disk drive? Probably for the disk drive for sure. I don't know if it's... Oh yeah, the Super Nintendo obviously has a mouse. For Mario Paint. Is there keyboard support on the Super Nintendo? I don't think there's keyboard support on the Super Nintendo. There's probably keyboard support on the N64. There's definitely keyboard support on the GameCube because of Phantasy Star Online. They actually sold... It's really cool. I don't have one. It's something I really wish I had and I do not have. Is they have it's a full-size keyboard and it's a GameCube controller on the ends. So it's like you can pick up the keyboard and play it because it's a GameCube controller, but it has a keyboard in the middle. It's very cool. I do not have it, but it's very cool. I actually remember thinking about buying one when they were new because I have a very vivid memory of a dinner that I had with my parents in an Italian restaurant where I was considering buying all of the things necessary to play Phantasy Star. And it was a bit of an investment at the time, which is hard for me because like at the time, I don't know how old I was, like 14 or something, I don't know. So like it was going to cost a bit because you had to buy the game, but you also had to buy, you know, the broadband adapter, or for me at the time it might have been just the dial-up adapter, I don't know. And then it was a subscription. It was like $10 or $15 a month. And then in addition to that, I had been looking at the keyboard too. I was like, oh, that'd be really cool. So like it was too much money for a kid, and I was like, I ended up not doing any of that. But there's a part of me that wishes that I had got the keyboard, because now the keyboard is expensive and it's very hard to find. I almost never see it anywhere. Yeah, it's a cool little thing. Mods, if you want, you can show a photo of it on screen. If you want, because it's a wild looking thing to see. It's basically a GameCube controller with a keyboard in it. But I don't know that the GameCube had mouse support. I don't think there's any games that support that. Pretty sure. But yeah, the Switch has pretty. I don't know if it's broad keyboard support, but like there's a lot of things you can hook up a keyboard for. Like I'm fairly certain you can hook it up for like Animal Crossing. If you need to like type big letters.
Big letters.
Well, I mean, like if you know,
I need my letters to be big.
You can just type on it.
Oh, you mean like a written letter?
Yeah,
and not
sorry.
like a physically big single letter.
No. I mean like
That would be
like a
no.
long.
You have to
A long thing. Oh, I have to. Oh, hold on, I have to click the button. Yeah, look at that son of a gun. Is that not the coolest controller in the world? Isn't that great? That's a function. Like you can play Melee with that. Someone probably has. Someone's probably taken that to a Smash tournament. Like, real keyboard enthusiasts only use the GameCube keyboard. I don't know. I love that sort of thing. I just think that's so cool. The idea of like playing GameCube like this, and then stopping to be like, it's neat. It's just really neat. Now combine it with the chainsaw controller. I'm sure there's probably people doing playthroughs of games with the chainsaw controller, and that's.
Am I dirty?
I feel bad for their carpal tunnel.
Ow. Stop licking my arm. Ow.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm sitting in there, he'll lick my arm in that exact same spot for like 25 minutes.
Why do you let him? It hurts.
Well, he's just sweet. I'm just,
God.
No, you need something to lick, bud? You need to lick something? Oh, not me. I'm clean. He pushed me away. He's like, get away from me. Get away from me. Yeah. I don't know, it's interesting to think about like the keyboard and mouse support thing, because I understand the mentality, the confusion of being like, oh my god, I can play Unreal Tournament with a keyboard and mouse. But like all of the consoles, they are just computers. We think about them very differently because the typical interface is a controller, but like you can play things with a keyboard and mouse. So it's neat when they support it. It's also interesting because like in order to do a keyboard and mouse with a Switch, it would be easier if it was plugged up at like a desk.
Yeah.
Otherwise you need a lap board. I've tried the lap board thing before and I didn't really love it, so different strokes for different folks.
Mr. Deathkill says Kepler is really head empty, isn't he? Yeah. He is.
He's sweet though. Kepler.
The one thing I'm not sure of, and I'm gonna just check because I don't know that it existed. It kind of feels like it could have. Is if there was a mouse for the Famicom. It doesn't look like it. Everything comes up with Super Famicom. Okay. So it looks like Super Nintendo was where that started. Yeah, the reason I was curious about it is because there was a lot of interesting like non-gaming applications for the Famicom, at least in Japan, where you could like check stocks and you could connect it to the internet and like check your stocks and your banking info and all of this stuff like on your Famicom, and that's really fascinating to me. But apparently you did that through a controller and not through a mouse, so neat. It's neat. Yeah, it did have a keyboard.
Can you stop, please?
Mallory, just let's let the boy eat you. Just let him make a little hole. Just eat through the skin. He says, it's not my fault my tongue is just full of razors. I got the sharp tongue. I was born with the sharp tongue. I guess not everyone is a cat person. Cats have
Sharp tongue.
sharp tongues. So when they lick you, it's
It's like sandpaper.
kind of like sandpaper. Don't ya? I've got a little sandpaper tongue. Yes. It's great. Yeah, I should probably do this. Glad that that's working. Good. Haley says, I don't like pet tongues in general. I don't usually want things licking my arm.
Honestly, this is kind of a new thing for him.
See, it's no for you.
Yeah, for me.
He has spent a great deal of time, like, licking my arm in, like, a very specific spot.
But he never used to.
I mean, he's been doing it for me for a few years.
A few, yeah.
But
How
not
old are
enough.
we? You 11?
He's
You
11.
12?
He's 11.
You're 11? Yeah. Not always. No.
No, it's, like, kind of new. You got big, bright eyes, don't ya? Mama, I'm baby.
Are you baby?
So let's talk about
What's coming up?
what's coming up this weekend. Tomorrow is Zelda.
Yes.
Zelda.
Zelda.
That's it. There is nothing else.
There is only Zelda.
There is actually only Zelda. The Stephen and Friends this Saturday. I haven't. I'm assuming Dan got it done. The Stephen and Friends this Saturday is. Let me just verify.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if he doesn't have it uploaded, I won't be able to verify it. But I'm assuming he got it done. He got it done. Incredible. I have no idea what this video will be like, to be honest, but. So Saturday we did a game called Inkbound, which is really it's a new game. It's only been out for a little bit. It's from the creators of Monster Train, and I know one of the developers that was on the team for the game, Mohammed, who I also got a key for Monster Train from, and also did. Mohammed was also the one that, not a part of a team, but on his own accord, did the baseball game that I did the voice acting for.
Yeah.
So Inkbound is a really interesting title. It's a cooperative, turn-based roguelike. And we recorded our first session with the game. So we're like in the video, we're still kind of like figuring things out as we're going through, but it's a really cool game. It's a little niche, but I think that if the right people see it, that they'll really, really love it. Because it's such an interesting idea. Like there's 4 of us. I play it with Alex, Dan, and Hal. So the 4 of us are on a team, and you go into an area and you have to fight the enemies, and the enemies are all over the place. And you have certain action points that dictate, what you can do in your turn. So you can move. So like you can physically get further away from the enemies. And if you do, then obviously like you're going to take less damage. But then you can't use as many moves. And you have a number above your head which shows how much damage you're going to take when you end your turn. Because it's all turn-based. It's not like in real time. So we're like moving around the battlefield, and there might be an enemy that's like targeting you, and you're going to take 10 damage from this enemy, and you're incentivized to be like, okay, I want to move over here. Alex and Dan, can you kill this enemy so I won't take the damage? So there's a lot of like real deep strategy that we did not really get into, but I think anyone that watches the video will see it. They'll be like, okay, this has the potential to be a really deep thing. So then everyone does their turns and like figures out what they want to do, and then everyone like hits play, and then after everyone is like confirmed that their turn's over, then it switches over to the monsters team, and then the monsters do their stuff, and then it goes back to your, team. So like, yeah, it's neat. It's neat. I hope that it comes across in video form because it's kind of an interesting thing for a video because it's a little slow because it's turn-based, but I hope that folks still like it. Anyway. Check it out on Saturday. What's today? Thursday? 2 days.
Thursday. Mm-hmm.
2 days. We had 12 months from Galactic Baron. That's a 1. Congrats. And 3 Bits of More Turtle says, it's Eid, end of Ramadan. If you have a Patel Brothers nearby, they might hand out free snacks at the register, by the way. They did that a few years ago in Chicago. Happy Eid. Actually, I learned something recently, and I don't remember exactly what it is. There's, what is it? There's certain phrases in iOS, I don't know if Android does this, but there's certain phrases in iOS that create special, like, animations when you're sending messages to people.
On iMessage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Eid is one of them. Because there's, like, I think if you, like, type... I think Facebook Messenger does the same thing, where, like, you can write...
like, happy birthday.
Happy birthday or congrats or whatever, but I learned that Eid is one of them and has, like, I think a special animation for that, so... Anyway, it was neat. There's a huge list, actually, of things that are on there, but you have to, like, find someone that wrote up the list. So you can...
the list, yeah.
Yeah, because it's, like, it's not published by Apple, but there's a bunch of, like, interesting phrases that do it. So... Ramadan was in April. Today is Islamic holiday. Eid was yesterday. It's hard for me to keep up with all of the different holidays because I celebrate so few holidays. So keeping up with all the holidays is helpful whenever chat lets me know. War Turtle says, time difference. So that takes care of all of the things that are going on this weekend. Yep. I do check out Inkbound because it doesn't have name recognition, I know, because it's new, but I think folks would like it.
Yeah.
I think folks would enjoy checking it out. And then otherwise we'll be doing Zelda tomorrow. Next week, all normal stuff.
Yeah, I'm streaming. Well, we're streaming.
And also, I have not been told that Disc Only is canceled, but I've seen other people saying that. And, like, no one told me. Like, there's no information in the Disc Only Discord. And I'm like, okay. So I'm learning from the audience. And not from anyone else. Love that. It's fine. 300 per shy. It says, shout out to everyone around Chicago and the rest of the Great Lakes region. Air quality really sucks right now, courtesy of Canada forest fires. Worst in the world currently, I believe they said. That's bad. I mean, we just went through some real bad air quality.
Same fire.
Same fire?
I believe so. I'm like 90% sure.
Hope.
I was talking to my dad, and he's like, yeah, I was outside today, and now I keep coughing. And I was like... He's like, can't see across the lake. And I'm like...
Go back inside, Dad. Yeah, I hope good vibes for everyone dealing with diminished air quality. Ours was bad.
Ours is elevated today, actually.
Ours was
like
ours
we have
got,
warnings.
Ours got pretty bad in May.
Last month. It was in early June. Mm-hmm.
It was in early June.
Right?
This is June. That's not last month.
Yeah. Well, earlier this month.
Okay. Yeah, there was a time where it was. It got up to. They have like the little meter that's like this is the meter, and it got up to like 150 here. Mm-hmm. But obviously, it's a lot worse the further north you go because you're getting physically closer to the smoke. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I hope that clears up soon. We got 46 months from Jackson Lee Gaming. Appreciate it. And with that, I think that's it.
I think that's it too.
I think that's it. As a reminder, tomorrow night, Zelda. I'm really excited about Zelda because we just finished a pretty big bullet point in the game's story. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to seeing...
Where can we go next?
Yeah, what we're going to do next. I'm not sure.
Patreon this weekend?
Yeah.
What days?
30 days, half September, April, June, and November. So yeah. July 1st is Saturday. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this weekend. Yeah, there's some sizable stuff actually. I started to make the list, and I realized that there was a semi big bullet point. I was like, oh, this is pretty big. So yeah, there'll be some info to share. Probably Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. Posted the picture of my mom in Discord.
Oh, you have to do that.
Well,
and then ask someone to put that there if Haley wanted to.
Yeah, we can show the picture. Someone, I'll have to have a mod do it. Haley can post it in Discord, but Haley can't make it appear. Oh, there we go. One art. Here we go. Dear Lord, the haze. The haze.
Is that a Twins game?
That is some air quality. Good Lord, that's wild.
Yeah.
Anyway, good vibes to everyone that's dealing with the smoke, because that really sucks. That sucks a lot. All right, y'all have yourselves a wonderful Thursday. We will see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for
Zelda.
And for those that like to watch the vlogs, I got one scheduled for 15 minutes from now. So do check that out as well.